Hello again, I'm Peter. I'll be your host today, and thanks for coming by Gadgets Anonymous. Today, we're focusing on the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2. This is a smartwatch I've been wearing for the past year and change, 14 months actually, and it's been a great watch. Do I recommend it? Yes. Who's this watch for? Well, someone who wants a smartwatch and really likes Samsung. It does great tracking activities. Probably one of the few things I don't like about it is it doesn't have a website interface like Garmin and Fitbit and Withings and a few other manufacturers, or Ring. They all have websites where you can do a deep dive into the data. Samsung doesn't have that yet, but it does do text replies. This is the LTE model. You can activate it through your local carrier and full on answer phone calls with your watch and leave your phone at home. So that's a really cool feature that I've used, I think, for about 2 of the 14 months. A little pricey, $10 per month. And it works really well, actually. Even text messages come through, but I just wasn't utilizing it. So during this video, I'm going to show you battery life, and I also have a surprise feature that Samsung just enabled on the device, which I'll also show you. I'm going to put chapter headings down below. This is going to be more than 10 minutes, so that way you can jump to the parts you want to see. And yeah, let me know what you think. If you wanted to know more about this watch, and you want me to do a specific video about something, put those comments below. I do take suggestions. I actually bought this watch, the Garmin Instinct Solar, specifically because someone commented down below, did some research on the watch, and I ended up buying it, and I've been reviewing it for the past 21 days. So there you go. Comments work. I try to read them all, and thank you so much for coming by. Let's get to this little gadget and talk about it. Here we go. All right, the anticipation is riveting. We're at 99%. Any second now, we should get a notification from the watch or from the phone that it's fully charged. So I've been tracking it at 1945. It was at 5%, 8%, so on and so forth. Finally, what is that? Oh, that's a long time. So not quite. There we go. 100% at 21:41. That was close. We almost missed it. And then unlike old versions of software, it automatically turns off once it reaches 100%. If you watch some of my other charging videos, it didn't used to be that way for Samsung. In the past, it would reach 100%, you get the notification, and then the screen would stay on for an additional, at least 10 to 15 minutes, and then you knew it was fully charged. About 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago, they finally fixed that. So today is December 29th. And yeah, I think it was October, maybe early September is when they finally fixed that. So I kind of like it now. When it's 100%, it's 100%. It is kind of strange that you don't get a notification even when you are using a Samsung phone. And I had the Samsung Galaxy wearable app open. So yeah. Now it still says that it's charging, and it's giving me an estimate of 2 days, 2 hours, and 58 minutes. Now, here's the cool thing. This watch is physically 14 months old now, and if I go to a screenshot that I took while I was charging, you can see it's still lasting. Whoops, come on, close that. The watch is still lasting 2 days, 7 hours, and 51 minutes. So not quite 2.5 days, but almost. And the settings that I've been using or utilizing to get to that 2.5 days, almost 2.5 days, I enable airplane mode at night and do not disturb as scheduled. I actually just modified that, because I want to sleep in. And I think it's good to quasi unplug and not be notified about every single thing all the time. So it automatically does that. And then the other cool thing is it automatically goes into goodnight mode now. And that's just something right on the watch. If you want to know how to check that, if you have that enabled or not, right on your Samsung watch, you want to open up the Wear app, and then you want to go to Advanced. So scroll down, there it is, Advanced. And then if you keep on scrolling down, you should see double press. Okay, so here's my do not disturb. And then I can say turn on as scheduled. And that's the schedule that I've been using. And for some reason it missed it. Oh, I turned it off because I wanted to see if I got notified when the watch was fully charged, and I did not. Bummer. So now I'll turn that on. And then just before that, whoops. So that's how you turn on Do Not Disturb. And then it says sleeping, which is interesting. And then why is it doing that? Wear app? That's strange. Okay. And then, that was an important setting. Hold on. So under Do Not Disturb, it says Sync Do Not Disturb is always on the Galaxy wearable app. Oh. Sync Do Not Disturb so that on and off. Okay, so basically my phone and my watch are synchronized. So if I enable Do Not Disturb on my phone, it enables on the watch and vice versa. So I'll show you. So here's the watch, swipe down, oops. Here's my watch. If I swipe down and I uncheck Do Not Disturb, and now if I go over to my phone, you'll notice Do Not Disturb is also disabled. And now if I click it here, within seconds, there you go. It's automatically enabled on here as well. So back to the sleep mode. So you open up the Wear app, and then go down to Advanced. And then right here on Advanced, scroll down, Good Night Mode. Prevent disturbances while you're sleeping. So you click on that, and then it says turn on daily. So you can turn it on now. So if you plan to take a nap, yeah, you could enable this feature. So turn on daily. Good Night Mode will be turned on and off automatically based upon your sleep patterns. So it's going to study your sleep patterns and automatically enable and disable Good Night Mode. Pretty cool, right? And then if you want to look at your sleep patterns, well, to do that, you'd open up Samsung Health and then scroll on down. Once the app fully opens, click on Sleep, and this is going to show you your sleep patterns. So here's my sleep pattern for last night, and you can click on Trends, and you can change that to weeks, and now you can kind of look at your sleep patterns over the last week, average bedtime, average wake-up time. Those are the stats that Samsung's going to use to enable and disable Good Night Mode. And you can even go to months at a time. Whoa, that's not good. 6 hours and 21 minutes, November. Whoa, I average an extra hour of sleep in November. October, whoa, down. Whoa, I'm seeing a trend. I don't sleep enough. Oh, well, July. So like every 4th month, I average 7 hours. Well, I'm going to work on that December, although I only have a couple days left. All right, so there you go. Some fun sleep stats and charging info, and the battery life 14 months later, still good. Good job, Samsung. Good job. And I've documented this several times. I could show you, but I think that's a bit boring. You're just gonna have to trust me on this. I rarely get below 2 days of battery life, even when I'm doing GPS. So I average about an hour at most, 2 hours a day. So even using 3 or 4 hours of GPS, I can still squeeze a good 2 days of battery off this device. So now it's fully charged, and you can swipe down, scroll on over to the right, click on the battery, and at any time it will give you a battery estimate. So it's saying 2 days and 2 hours. And then if you're ever wondering, well, am I doing anything really wrong with my battery life? You can click on Optimize Battery, and the watch will actually check its setting and tell you what it needs to do. But right now, all it's saying is I should close background apps, click Optimize, and there we go. It closed background apps. So pretty cool. And normally I am using an animated watch face, which, that may or may not zap the battery a little bit. And I rarely use AOD, always on display, which is that feature right there. I don't know. I just don't need it on. Sometimes I'll turn it on, but rarely. So there you go. The Samsung Galaxy Watch, and this is the Active 2 LTE edition. The reason I went with the LTE edition is because it has more RAM. This has 1.5 gigabytes of RAM, whereas the normal Active 2 watches that came out back in fall of 2019, they only had 1 gigabyte of RAM. So I wanted the extra RAM, and that's why I got this one. And I also had it activated for a while, and it's just been a fun watch. The gamification, the animation with this watch have been great. The sounds are wonderful. I love that it does have a speaker, and you can hear just a little bit of it right here. And the sounds that you get from this watch are just great with the alarms and whatnot. Here, I'll play those for you right now. And those are my thoughts of the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2 LTE edition 14 months later. Great watch. It's so close. I'm torn between Samsung, Apple, and also Garmin. If I could, I would probably just wear all 3 watches, to be honest, but wearing 2 is, that's nerdy enough. I don't think I could do 3. So if you have any questions, pithy comments down below. And my mantra for the year is, whoa, I just got a notification that ECG is working. What? Whoa, okay, we're gonna have to test this out. Hang on. All right, so let's take a look at this. Recording ECG to monitor your health. To enable this feature, install Samsung Monitor on your phone. Download the app. Samsung Health Monitor, description, ECG, only feature updated. Samsung Health Monitor, blah, 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 last small print, warnings, not meant to replace traditional methods of diagnosis. All right, I agree. Boom, install. Sweet. Installing. The anticipation is riveting. Open. Ooh. Connected watch found. Use this watch to record an ECG. Yes, please. Allow this app to read and write. All permissions. Electrocardiogram. Third-party service will store the following data. All right. User profile. Change permissions. Done. Whoa. Hang on a second. Terms accepted. Your Galaxy Watch can record and analyze your heart rhythm for the presence of atrial fibrillation, a type of irregular heart rhythm. Cool. Get started. An electrocardiogram also called ECG or EKG, is a record of the heart's electrical activity. The Samsung Health Monitor ECG app on your Galaxy Watch allows you to record your ECG. It uses the recording to determine your heart rate and if your upper and lower heart chambers are beating in sync. You can view your ECG reports in the Samsung Health Monitor app on your Galaxy phone. Next. Wow, sinus rhythm, atrial fibrillation, inclusion, and poor recording. Read more. Wow, that's just pretty cool. Next. You should know, ECG app never looks for signs of a heart attack. Do not use ECG app if you experience shortness of breath, chest pain, fainting, what you think might be a heart attack. Contact 911 immediately. Do not use ECG if you have a pacemaker, implanted cardiac defibrillator, or implanted electronic devices. Whew. Well, I don't have any. I'm very lucky. You should know, ECG app never looks for forms of arrhythmia or other than AFib. It never looks for other heart-related. Wow. Do not change your medications based upon these results. If you're not feeling well, contact a doctor. Wow. Okay. Well, I wear mine on my right. You can always change it. Next. All right. Open Samsung Health Monitor on your watch. Done. Okay, here goes nothing. And then more fine print. Make sure your watch is on the right wrist. ECG, here goes nothing. Rest your finger. Okay, I've been waiting for this feature for a long time. You do not need to press the top button. App never looks for a heart attack. Okay, be very, very quiet. This ECG does not show signs of atrial fibrillation. Well, that's good. Average heart rates, feeling unwell. Defeat the ECG, okay. Add. Skipped heart rate, fatigue, shortness of breath, chest pain, fainting, dizziness, other. None. Nice. Done. Well, that's new. And like I said, I have been waiting for this feature for quite some time. So now, that's weird. Oh, you know what? I had an update on my phone earlier today, and it must have included that, because I just barely checked my watch. So now, if we go to the apps, and we go here, we probably have the Pulse OX as well. Maybe not. Well, still, that's pretty good. No symptoms. You can share the report. So you can share it with friends. You can email it, all that fun stuff. That's pretty cool. And it gives info on sinus rhythm. So good job, Samsung. Thank you for finally adding that. So you can do sinus rhythm if you have AFib, inconclusive, poor recording. So it kind of separates that all under the health monitor. That's really cool. I'm liking that. So this is the Samsung Health. And there's the blood oxygen I was talking about. And the last time that was measured was November 23rd. Yeah, that's when I had my Galaxy Watch. SpO2. And then there's the ECG health monitoring, and it just automatically opens it. Last synchronized. That's just really cool. Nice. So now, if I'm feeling under the weather, I can just open up the Samsung Health app and measure do a little heart check to run an electrocardiogram right on my wrist. So, Samsung delivered. Took them an extra, what was that? year. But hey, you know, better late than never, as the expression goes. Oh, daily briefing. Recap, 6,000 steps. All right. Low stress. Battery, 98%. 1 day, 22 hours. Alrighty. Cool beans, right? And I'll show you one of my other favorite notifications or gamifications right there. I like that little badge you get when you reach your step count for the day. And it replays again and again and again, along with the heart one as well. And you get a full screen one of these heart ones when you reach your when you connect the dots, when you connect your heart circle. Not going to be confused with Apple Health Rings. This is the Samsung Health Heart. But one thing I've been waiting for is the heart rings to be in the app, and they are not. So this whole thing, your activity, your workout, move hourly, these same stats are not in the app. And Samsung really needs to fix that. Yeah, maybe next month. One step at a time. But at least we have ECG data now, so that's pretty cool. Manage items. Blood glucose. Nope. And there you go. Electrocardiogram. And there we go. That's my 6-month review. I'm glad we're able to throw in the ECG electrocardiogram review. And thank you, Samsung, for following up with your marketing promises from, oh my gosh, back in January of 2020, I think is when I first read that. So not quite a full calendar year, but pretty close. Yeah, it's a good smartwatch. Plus devices really well, but I highly recommend that you use a Samsung phone. On that same note, I did try to use an Apple phone connected to the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2, same one, and it was a horrible experience. It lasted 3 months. I'll put a link to that video if you want to watch it later. And that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll have another review about watches or smartphones, or you know, I actually might have one about the Samsung Easy Bake Oven. Here, I'll show it to you. Where is it? You know, I think it's upstairs in the living room because we've been using it to sanitize our phones. Yeah, I call it the Easy Bake Oven, even though it is a UV sanitizer thing, but it's interesting. I think you'll like that video, and that will probably go live and public sometime within the next 7 days. So subscribe with the little button somewhere on this area, and you'll see it. And the mantra still, don't forget to run farther to go further in life. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Ciao.